Hello, welcome back. I'm Statman Dave, and this is the 5 teams that you must watch in the Champions League this season. There's some absolutely banging teams in there, including Hoffenheim, the German side. Make sure, of course, to like this goddamn video and subscribe if you are new. Get into the comments. Which team are you most excited for? Anyway, let's get this party started. First up, we've got to talk about Juve. Following the transfer of Cristiano Ronaldo to the Turin club, they've got to be one of the teams that you need to watch. Not only have you got Ronaldo, you have Dybala, you've got Pjanic deep in midfield. But the big thing for Max Allegri is combining all those guys into one unit. Again, they'll be good on the counter-attack, they'll be aggressive. But the potential solution to this is the 4-4-2 diamond. Ronaldo playing higher up the pitch, Mario Mandzukic doing his defensive work as a sort of defensive forward, and Dybala in behind. Dybala's a player that excels in that central area, and if he can get his head up, play to Ronaldo, that'll be some real exciting football and something that you guys need to watch. In terms of Ronaldo's Champions League stats over the last 3 seasons, they are absolutely disgusting. In 38 games, he scored 43 goals, got 12 assists, being directly involved in a goal every 63 minutes. And that's the reason why. Lots of goals, lots of fun. Juve are going to be good from the base of midfield. Again, if they're playing this 4-4-2 diamond, Pjanic can play as a regista at the base of midfield. With Khedira, maybe Matuidi flanking him. Again, a really nice style of football. You've got someone at the base of midfield that can distribute the play and get Juve into that final third, get their fullbacks nice and high, all the good stuff that you want to see. But they're the first team that you've got to watch in the Champions League this season. That is Juve. Get into the comments below. What system do you think will fit Ronaldo and Juve and Max Allegri the best? Let's move on to the next team. We've got to talk about Liverpool. Liverpool, the beaten finalists last season. They scored goals for fun in last season's Champions League. A really good counter-attacking side. In fact, their front 3 scored more goals than any other side in the Champions League last year. In terms of how Klopp positions his team versus the Premier League, it's slightly different. Liverpool averaged 58% possession in the Premier League last season. You flip that to their Champions League stats and they only had 50% possession, looking to play on the counter-attack. Again, they scored twice as many goals as any other side on the break in the Champions League last season. And you got a very exciting front 3, and now they've got an exciting central midfielder to join that attacking bandwagon. You're thinking Firmino playing as a false 9, Sadio Mane is a bit of a second striker coming in from the left wing, and Mo Salah that scores goals for fun. You tie that with Naby Keita, who's been signed by RB Leipzig, another exciting player that's very good at carrying on the counter-attack. You're thinking in those situations where Liverpool can break, with Naby Keita driving through midfield, using his agility, using his ability to run past a man, and then threading it to Bobby Firmino as a false 9, allowing the other 2 forwards to get ahead of him. Again, some exciting football awaits Liverpool in the Champions League this season, and that's why you've got to watch them, because they are great on the break in Europe. So it's time to move to Spain. No, we're not talking Barcelona. No, we're not talking Real Madrid. We are talking Atletico Madrid. Diego Simeone has finally got a squad capable of winning the Champions League. The balance in that team is absolutely incredible. The options that Simeone has off the bench is absolutely crazy. You think in the Super Cup game against Real Madrid, Atletico were absolutely fantastic. Diego Costa having a great game, but you combine that with someone like Antoine Griezmann that's just won the World Cup with France. You've got a front 2 there that is absolutely deadly. Maybe if they're not firing, you've got Angel Correa on the bench that can come on as a playmaking, number 10. But also, you've got Kalinic, signed by Milan, a target man. So if they want to go wide, they want to play 2 wingers, which they now have in Gelson Martins and, of course, Thomas Lemar. There's so many different styles that Atletico can play this season, and tactically they'll be very, very interesting. Whether Simeone goes for his classic 4 central midfielders, with the likes of Koke and Saul out wide, or alternatively he plays with wingers, it's just going to be an exciting style of football. Griezmann, of course Costa, you've got to expect those 2 guys to be at the top of the scoring charts this season in the Champions League, and that is a reason why you've got to watch Diego Simeone's side in the Champions League. So we've talked about Spain, we've got to go back to Italy because there's another exciting Italian team that's going to take the Champions League by storm this year. That is, of course, Napoli. Under Maurizio Sarri, Napoli were a possession-based side that pretty much strangled you to death, used their style of moving the ball around to move you around, then looked for the overlap and scored goals. But now Carlo Ancelotti is in charge. Carlo Ancelotti is absolutely fantastic in the Champions League, having won it 3 times as a coach. There's only been 2 other managers that have done that. Get into the comments below. Who were those guys? And I'll get in there as well. Maybe put some little tips in there to give you the answers to that question. But in terms of Napoli under Ancelotti, they'll be slightly changed. They'll be more counter-attacking in the Champions League. The Napoli president said recently that he wants to focus on the Champions League this season instead of Serie A. Again, Serie A 38 games, the Champions League, you can win that in 13. What you'll expect from this Ancelotti team is potentially the Christmas tree formation. We're talking playing a false winger on one of the flanks that moves into a number 10 area and becomes a striker. Whether that will be someone like Dries Mertens, whether it'll be an Insigne, it's going to be very exciting to see how it's moved on. Alan has been in great form under Ancelotti. Alan was played as a bit of a utility player under Sarri that do the hard yards, but has really become a complete player under Carlo Ancelotti so far this season. So expect him to be nice and exciting. But Napoli will score goals, they will concede goals, and that's one of the reasons why they're going to be so exciting to watch this season. And let's finish things off with the hipster's choice, and that is Hoffenheim. Julian Nagelsmann has absolutely excelled as Hoffenheim boss. Not only has he lost some of his best players in recent seasons, but his style of football is so good. If you want to see tactical changes within a game multiple times, Hoffenheim are the team to go for. They'll usually start with a back three, but in front of that, you're going to see a lot of tactical switches. It could be a 4-1-2, it could be a 4-2-1, it could be a 3-5-2, it could be a 3-6-1. This is the exciting side of Hoffenheim, that they change in a game. Nagelsmann likes to adjust his team to counter-attack their opponents. For example, they're attacking you down the left-hand side, maybe he'll shift some defenders over there, but then he'll look to break on the other side. And that is the beauty of Nagelsmann's teams. They're very quick in possession in terms of transitioning through their target man, looking for those layoffs and then the balls to the attacking midfielders to get into the final third. Of course, Kramaric had a great World Cup with Croatia and has been fantastic for Nagelsmann's Hoffenheim. Expect him to be the guy, either played as a false 9, in a 3-5-2 or a 3-6-1 as a number 10, or even in central midfield getting on the ball. Leicester City really let go a superstar in the making, and now we're seeing Kramaric under Nagelsmann really excel. Expect him to be one of the players that's going to break out this season in the Champions League. And that's that. If you want to see tactical fluidity, someone like Kramaric with the ball to feet, running at his opponents, Hoffenheim are the guys for you. But anyway, I've been Statman Dave. Get into the comments below. Which team are you most excited for this season? Have I missed anyone out as well? Get into those comments. I'll see you in there, and I'll see you soon on Onefootball.